Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, and out with the force on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Toronto, fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, the top three. And, of course, the Bucks, 5 games behind.
And right now for the Bucks, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. The guard spots filled by Quickly and Barrett. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's Ingram hitting the 3 slot. And for Milwaukee, Bobby Porter's out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Rollins. Then it's Porter. And it's Coffey in at the 3. Now upon a really intriguing part of the season, Greg, it seems we've seen enough to give these teams some kind of identity.
I tell you, if teams are still searching for an identity, it's fair to say things probably aren't going well.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. The rebound by Turner. Porter passes to Rollins. And here is Turner. Porter's a screen on Pirtle. Down low and stolen by Barnes. And stolen by Portis. It's stolen by Barrett. Ingram outside. Inside. Here's Quickly. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Rollins the pass to Porter. Here's Coffey. 6 on the shot clock. Turner with a screen on Ingram. Here's Coffey. Here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
An experienced veteran now. Turner has run these pick and rolls countless times, and he understands how to capitalize off them.
Quickly the pass to Porter. And here is Ingram. Back to Pirtle. And it's sent back by Turner.
They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Back to Porter for 3. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Toronto, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Quickly kicks to Ingram. Pass to Barrett. Toronto working the ball around now. Quickly up top, defended by Portis. And the Raptors miss again.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Now here's Turner. Here's Rollins.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Raptors trail by 6. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. With that league finding a rhythm, its debut flew right on time.
It is a beautiful thing. And Shams, we appreciate the report.
and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's right around 9 points a night, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is homed in on it.
Now, here's Barrett. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Ingram passes to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And how about the body control? Barnes sets the screen and then a nice spin there to get open.
Milwaukee leading by 4. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Back to Porter. A three-pointer, no good. The Raptors have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. It's the crossover, and it's tipped. Pass to Coffee. Milwaukee needs to get off the shot here. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, over the last 9 seasons, the Bucks with the second most wins in the regular season.
I mean, a dominant run to be sure. Now, not to mention the franchise's second ever title back in 21. Those are things you can never take away.
Free throw good, Portis. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
And Portis drains both of them.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute." Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Now, here's Porter. No scoring in this one. A fader. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Barnes kicks to Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. Now Ingram. Now Quickly. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And the Raptors miss again. Bucks leading by 6. Rollins the pass to Porter. Here's Rollins. Quickly covering. Stolen by Quickly. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
They look to Barrett in these spots because they trust the young man's ability to finish in the open court.
Bucks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. To the middle, Pirtle with the steal. 3 on 3. And stolen by Portis. Here's Coffee, quickly covering. Pass to Coffee. The Bucks working the ball around. Ingram against Rollins. To the paint, Pirtle with the steal. To the inside. And Barrett bangs it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with attacking the rim with bad intention.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. change here. Kelishvili is checked in. With this break, a look at our 2K leaderboard and the top passing centers and power forwards over the course of the past 10 games. Fourth, Scotty Barnes.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
Well, that's really what the new age big man has turned into. They're not just bruisers.
Mercy, Scotty Barnes. That was nasty.
Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against the Heat.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Active quickly, launches it. Porter pulls it in.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Rollins. 11 points for him in that last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. To the middle. Here's Turner. Gets that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Well, hey, shooting off the catch is right in Turner's wheelhouse.
Barnes dishes to Ingram. After quickly, it's Barrett on the wing. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Rollins. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Inside, here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Nice slam. You can expect this to happen when you allow Portis to get strong positioning inside.
Raptors trail by 4. Kelishvili passes to Ingram. Here's Barnes. And here is Quickly. Covered by Rollins. Back to Barnes. Shoots over Turner. A rebound by the Bucks. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
Yeah, look, those careless fouls will drive Coach nuts. You've got to be disciplined and tied together to have success.
Sweet pass from Turner. He's really been working on his ability to pass the ball.
Toronto's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Barnes looking around. For 3, Barrett. Rebounded by the Bucks. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Pass to Coffee. Outside Portis. On the wing. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Yeah, tough to make those jumpers when you are guarded that closely.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A blue guy, you can plug in just about anywhere.
And Turner throws it down.
Well, that's on the defense there. You can't allow Turner to get this close to the basket.
And so quickly will bring it up for Toronto. 8-point game. Pass to Ingram. We've got 1:48 left in the first. And it's blocked. Here's Rollins. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's Coffee. Some solid defense from Ingram. Raptors trail by 8. Here's Quickly. Jams it in off the great move.
Oh, nice work by Ingram. Keeping his eyes open, allowing him to find an opportunity for a teammate.
Bucks are gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Steps back and shoots. Toronto grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Turner with the steal. Porter in the corner. Pass to Turner. Here's Rollins. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists in the game. Raptors trail by 9. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And Toronto turns it over again.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Anthony left side. Pass to Turner. Trent up top. Ripped away. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this. Welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Bucks.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggression.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Walter. Barnes out there with Dick. And it's Shed in at the 1 spot. And now Alan LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. Well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Guys, back over to you.
Leveraging all that size. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Milwaukee making a switch here. Sims is checked in. Dick with the steal. Driving in. And the dunk by Dick.
Oh, good balance from Dick. Able to take the contact and still score inside.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Now here's Anthony. Out to Harris. Here's Kuzma. Here's Sims. Boom, he shoots it straight down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And it's Shed missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Anthony, the pass to Sims, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Shed buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Anthony with it. Kuzma outside. Sims in the corner. Kuzma with the screen for Anthony. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Raptors. They trail by 11. Pass to Shed. Lets it go with the three. Barnes can't get it to go. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And even 3-on-3 break. Toronto working the ball around now. 5 on the clock. Dick in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Bucks leading by 11. It's Trent on the wing. 20 points for him last game against Brooklyn. And they recover it. Here's Sims, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Here's Barnes. 17 points for him last game against the Heat in Miami.
He was also a force as a shot blocker, racking up 3 of those.
Shot clock at 6. It's blocked.
Oh, that's merciless. Kuzma plays with such competitive energy, wasn't letting that shot get off.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Clock at 2. Here's Shed. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And they'll keep possession. And Kuzma stays with it.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Barnes down low. Guarded by Kuzma.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
Bucks leading by 13. Outside Porter. Back to Kuzma. Turner with a screen on Barnes. Kuzma passes to Turner. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
The three-pointer is right on target.
At his size, the ability to stretch the floor makes Turner so valuable to this offense.
From 7, Dick. And that one is off. Nice D from Porter. Rollins the pass to Turner. And Turner with the slam.
Thunderous slam right there by Turner. Locked in.
Raptors trail by 18. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Kuzma. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 16-7 run. Turner with the screen. Just 5 to shoot from past the arc. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Shed. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Amir Coffey is subbed in for Trent. And Toronto making a change here. Bucks leading by 16. Here's Rollins. He's got 5. Pirtle with the steal. Barnes with it. Picked up by Portis. Here's Quickly. And it's blocked. Porter against Barrett. And it's blocked.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Here's Rollins. Outside Porter. 5 to shoot.
Fantastic defense from Barrett there. It helps big time when he gives the hustle and stays home with his man.
Down low. Pass to Rollins. Outside Porter. Oh, Turner in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, with his size and great hands, Turner makes an alley-oop finish look easy.
Raptors trail by 18. Outside Barrett. Barnes outside. Turtle with a screen on Portis. Barnes can't get it to go. Milwaukee's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Rollins. He has 5. Porter passes to Rollins. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Rollins got 8 points.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up. from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Looking for Ingram. He gets it in there. Now Barrett pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Pass to Barnes. Now quickly. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Quickly's got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure.
Here's Coffey. He's covered by Ingram. The three. The shot, no good. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. It's an 18-point game. Ingram a screen on Porter. Barnes passes to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Milwaukee's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Porter sets the pick for Turner. To the middle. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, the defense was there, but Big Bobby Portis made a tough shot, a high-level basketball play.
And the Raptors making a change here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Free throw, good, Portis.
But really, Bobby Portis is a key big for this team. He hits threes to stretch the floor, scores at a high clip, plus Bobby is a great rebounder.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Barrett finds quickly. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Well, when you've got a reliable jump shot like Ingram does, you can shoot without hesitation.
And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
Raptors trail by 19. There's a screen inside. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Oh, that's blocked.
Well, that's just stellar rim protection from Portis. I want to keep seeing this kind of effort from him.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Bucks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throw drops for Rollins, and Toronto making a change. Bobo's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Raptors trail by 20. Ingram kicks to quickly. Pirtle with a screen on Porter. Quickly the pass to Barrett. Clock at 6. Here's Ingram. It's good. Ingram's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, we know Brandon has a smooth jumper, but man, he can really score down low.
Turner with a screen on Ingram. Here's Coffey. Milwaukee. No good that time either.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him to take.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Bucks leading by 16. Outside Porter, back to Turner. Portis sets the pick for Turner. To the paint. Portis can't get it to go.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Rollins. Cranes the three-pointer. Rollins got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Milwaukee.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Pirtle. Onside, Barrett. Lets the three fly. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's Miles Turner making things happen for the Bucks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Doc Rivers and Coach. You guys came out aggressive in the first half. What stood out to you?
You know, we're getting to the paint and making plays. They're a great team as far as rotation, so we just got to make the right passes.
It all starts with attacking the basket. Thanks, Doc.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break. Here attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Toronto Raptors. Well, you could say that this game hasn't exactly been, competitive.
Let's be real, Ernie. They're getting cooked like street meat, roadkill.
Yeah, could someone bring me a blanket, man? This game is making me a little sleepy, and some warm tea would help.
Man, you guys are harsh. Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Toronto Raptors.
Well, these guys can't hit the threes. Pretty hard to win like that these days.
Maybe they went to the Dr. O'Neill's School of Shooting.
Big talk for somebody who averaged 11.9999, a.k.a. 12 points a game.
That's over a long time of years.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Miles Turner in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 19, we've got Bobby Portis. Rollins is out there with Kevin Porter. And there's Miles Turner. And it's Coffey in at the three, the small forward. That's the five to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Barrett, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Rollins. Turner with the screen for Porter. Shot clock at 5 from downtown. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. Here now is the 2K leaderboard over the past month. These teams have tortured opponents defensively. In fourth, the Raptors.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they really got after it on that end of the floor.
On defense, Toronto. 19-point game. Here's Coffey. And a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. RJ Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player. He said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Back over to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And stolen by Barnes. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Pirtle sets the pick for Barnes. To the inside. And that dunk by Pirtle.
Barnes really just forcing the D to commit. They chose him, and boy, did he make them pay.
Bucks leading by 15. Here's Coffee. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Rollins the pass to Turner. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, we know Turner's a great outside shooter, but when he plays big down low, he can be a problem.
The Bucks shooting their sixth and seventh free throws in the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, one of the more unique players in the league. Miles Turner has led the league in blocks, plus shoots it really well from deep. Two skills every team wants in one package.
All free throws good from Turner. And the Raptors with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Screen by Poeltl. To the paint. And the dunk by Poeltl.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Milwaukee leading by 13. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Master Rollins. 5 on the clock with the drive. The 19-foot shot. No good off the front iron.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
And here is Barnes. 8 points for him. Lob pass to Barrett. Porter with the steal. Pass to Turner. And Poeltl sends it back.
Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless with their first 5 attempts.
Milwaukee's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Rollins the pass to Porter. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Look at Porter going into attack mode, getting his shot and a trip to the line.
And let's get our guys take now on the hustle steps for Milwaukee.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And also the hustle showing through with all those steals, not giving much breathing room for the offense to operate.
Barrett the pass to Barnes. Unloads from 13, and the Raptors miss again. Bucks leading by 16. Inside, and stolen by Barnes. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Barrett, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Rollins the pass to Turner. Shoots over Poeltl, and the Bucks miss again. Raptors trail by 16. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Barnes dishes to Poeltl. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach. trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
And Portis throws it down.
Excellent lob, and Portis made sure to power it down.
The Raptors have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Ingram passes to Pirtle. Pirtle with a screen on Portis. Barnes can't get it to go. Milwaukee leading by 18. Here's Rollins. 12 points for him. Pass to Turner. And here's Porter. And there's the drive. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Drops one in from the wing. Ingram's got his third basket of the night.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And there he is for him.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this gap.
There with the bounce pass. To the middle. It's blocked. Porter looking it over. It's rebounded by Barrett. Raptors trail by 18. After quickly. Now here's Barnes. Defended by Portis.
All over his man, Bobby Portis. Tenacious.
And over the defender with one hand. Outstanding.
Oh, yeah. Looked like the D had a good chance to cut him off until he made his move right to the hoop. Ingram finds quickly. Barnes outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Pass to Rollins. Now Portis, covered by Barnes. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And he takes that one up and powers it through. Here's quickly. He has 5. Ingram outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, on the attack. Ingram making things happen.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Brandon Ingram taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, Ingram's a kind of a quiet scorer. Sometimes you don't even notice when he's putting up 20, 30, 40, because he just does it within the flow of the game.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Milwaukee. Trent comes in for Amir Coffey. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, for Ingram, it's just all about staying healthy, because when he is, he's a huge piece for this team.
Rollins the pass to Portis. Portis a screen on Dick. A floater. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. And again, no good by Toronto. Bucks leading by 20. Kuzma passes to Rollins. Outside Porter. Pass to Rollins. Down low. There's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
More points for Portis. I like how they've involved him. I bet he likes it too.
gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And he's good on the three ball. Shedd's got 8 points.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Buck shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Portis the screen. It's Kuzma penetrating. That one misses. Raptors trail by 19. Now Dick. Inside. Here's Manu Karashvili.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Here's Kuzma. To the inside. Portis. And Portis throws it down.
That's a great two-player set. Portis setting the screen and moving with purpose. Nice work offensively.
1:56 left in the third. Stan, every night, Kuzma finds a way to contribute on the offensive end.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what Kuzma does is he'll find a way to score the ball. He'll do it running the floor. He'll do it cutting. He'll do it on the offensive boards. And he can make jump shots. He's got a lot of ways to score, and he can take what the defense gives.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Gary Harris comes in for Porter. And Anthony subbed in for Rollins. Clock at 4. Toronto needs to get off his shot. And it's Shed missing. Bucks leading by 19. To the paint. Portis can't get it to go. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Mobo can't hit. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Outside Anthony. Portis sets the pick for Anthony. Outside Portis. Off target with his three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Shed. Right wing. Here's Mobo. Oh, good with the triple. Milwaukee's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Portis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 21.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
That one good for 2.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
Anthony kicks to Harris. Pass to Portis. It's tipped. Here's Shed. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action in just a minute. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So the Raptors 5 right now. Scotty Barnes is out there with Grady Dick. Then it's Walter. And it's Shed in at the 1. It's caught. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Here's Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Turner with a screen on Barnes.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
No good that time. Barnes, screen on Trent. Here's Walter. Off target from three-point range. To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
But the defense got too close, and Trent took advantage.
For Milwaukee, Gary Trent Jr. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Trent hits them both.
Guys, the way I look at Gary Trent Jr., he's a role filler. Goes out on the floor and does what he's tasked with.
Dick in the corner. Pass to Shed. Here's Walter. Defended by Trent. Here's Barnes. Second shot. And it's Mamu Kelishvili missing. Bucks leading by 19. And here's Anthony from the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Mamu Kelishvili.
Well, this is the kind of rim protection Turner provides. He knows his team relies on him to protect the paint.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
Connects on the open jab. Turner's got 19 points.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Here's Shad. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Cole Anthony. GA, just when you think you've seen it all. Past season, a father and son playing as teammates. NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Trent outside, inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Cole Anthony.
And Barnes, an all-around threat. A good scorer, aggressive rebounder, solid passer, and more than capable defensively.
And he knocks down the first one. Amir Coffey's checked in for Gary Harris. And the Raptors also making a change. Ingram's checked in. Barnes hits them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
It's stolen. Dick up top, covered by Anthony. A 3 from Barnes. The rebound by Turner. Bucks leading by 17. Outside Anthony. Turner with the screen for Anthony. Pass to Turner. Takes it from 10. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Mamu Kelishvili has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dick against Trent. Dick passes to Mamu Kelishvili. to the paint. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Kuzma outside. Turner with a screen on Barnes. Kuzma kicks to Trent. 4 on the clock. The 3 from Anthony. Rebound by the Raptors. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Barnes up top. Guarded by Kuzma. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
Kuzma with a screen on Ingram. And the Bucks with some changes. Portis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Kevin Porter comes in for Gary Trent. And Rollins subbed in for Cole Anthony. Here's Rollins. Just 5 to shoot. Over in the corner, Portis. Over Barnes. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Raptors trail by 13. Pass to Shed. It's Dick on the wing. And the 3 ball is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Rollins. Outside Porter. Portis the screen. Coffee. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Free throw line jump shot. Not enough on that one as it misses. Bucks leading by 10. Outside Porter. Down low. Here's Coffee. And he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. Dick in the corner. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Now here's Porter. Outside Turner. Pass to Coffee. Left side Portis. And stolen by Barnes. Ingram wide open. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 5 assists in the game. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Turner with it. To the inside.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Rivers has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
And Allie, thanks so much. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Barnes outside. Pirtle against Turner. Now here's Pirtle. Not a lot of room. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Barnes. And again, no good by Toronto. Bucks leading by 12. Inside. And Turner with the slam.
Throw it down, big fella. Turner way above the rim.
And here is Ingram. Pass to Barnes. Now here's Pirtle. Pirtle sets the pick for Quickly. The wing jumper off target.
You can't play better defense than that, patrolling that mid-range area.
Portis a screen on Barrett to the paint. It's tipped. Here's Barnes. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Bobby Portis.
Shooting for Toronto, Scotty Barnes. At the line for one.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Portis sets the pick for Turner to the middle. And Portis throws it down.
The passing isn't what Turner is known for, but the big man makes smart decisions.
Raptors trail by 13. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Barnes. Quickly, a screen on Portis. And a dunk by Barnes.
The defense could not keep up with Barnes on that drive. He just took it right to him.
Milwaukee with the ball. Here's Rollins. To the paint, Turner. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Barnes can't get it to go.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Turner with the screen on quickly. Ingram with the steal. Count it. Nice touch.
Well, getting out in the open court there, and Ingram just finishes off the break.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. 22 is their biggest lead. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
your Bucks record.
They trail by 9 points. Here's Rollins. Portis is screen on quickly. Knocks down the three.
He's cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Now Barnes. Vernal sets the pick for Barnes. The long shot, no good.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Turner with a screen on Barnes. It's Turner. Leaves it in off the window.
Well, Turner's been a force. The aggressive mindset, the execution, everything's working for him.
Portis against Barnes. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the fourth. Rebounded by Portis.
And the great shooters know that they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Dan, what advice would you give the coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things day in and day out and try to get your team to focus on them.
Free throw, good, Portis. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Raptors trail by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Bobby Portis.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Bucks leading by 13. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Porter outside. It's Turner.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Turner sometimes overwhelms defenders with his size, forcing them to foul.
At the line for 2, Miles Turner.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Turner. He doesn't get the second one. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. It's a 14-point game. Basket is good. Here's Rollins. Outside Portis. Here's Rollins. 6 to shoot. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Can't get it to go. On offense here are the Bucks. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Porter. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Yeah, I'm here with Miles Turner, and Miles, they made a run there in the second half. What was key in closing out this win?
Just stay the course. Every team makes its run, so you got to know that. You just got to stay the course, and that's really what it was. Every team makes their run. They're going to get some good looks, and they're an NBA team.
You can tell you guys were not affected by their run. Congrats on the win, Miles.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now, our player of the game, Bobby Portis.